Good day, and thanks for joining me for another VR video. Once again, I'm looking at Stage 9, which is like my favouriteest thing on the internet at the moment. And this is version 7, and they've done some really cool stuff to version 7. One of which you might notice we are in 10 forward at high warp. And oh, look, we can see the adjacent sections in 10 forward through the gaps there. Now, cool, right. That would be Deep Space Nine because we've arrived at our destination, which I set the ship on a course to before I started the video. That's one of the things you can do. You can actually move the ship around now. The other cool thing we've got in this release is a comm badge. So if I tab my chest, I get this little menu, which was previously accessible via the controller, which was a little bit awkward in cases, but now we can do stuff like turn the NPCs on. There they are, kind of in the background there. Hello. Crazy people who don't move a lot. I'm going to turn them off because they freak the shit out of me, to be quite honest with you. We can set the alert condition. Uh-oh, bad things are happening. So let's set it back to normal. We've also got the bridge variations, which we can switch to, as well as some emergency transport controls, so we can go to the nearest turbolift. I may very well be using that later on, but for now, let's continue some other way. So we've got some really interesting stuff, and I'm not going to go around and cover all of the various rooms. I just noticed there's a pad over here, which is one of the new things that they've added. So if I can grab the pad. As you can see, it's pretty cool. There's lots of little things on there. I think that's somebody's MP3 library. Yes. They've been sitting in 10 forward listening to music, because that happens in the 24th century. Can I manipulate the chess pieces? No, I can't. Oh, I wanted to play 3D chess. Never mind. We got some music. Oh, music. La 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 la. So cool. I don't think you can turn the volume down though. It would be pretty nice if you could, but that's all right. It's nice music. Right, I was hoping to get into this turbolift, but it's locked. I want to go over the turbolifts actually. I'm just looking at the one in front of me there, which doesn't appear to have appeared. No. Oh, there it goes. That'll do. Yeah, so they've overhauled the turbolift functionality quite a lot. So we now have this brilliant new menu. So you select where you want to go via this kind of initial high-level menu here. So much of the options are the same as they were in the last release, just presented differently. So we've got all of the same rooms. But now when we click into one of them, we get a little deck plan. So there's the bridge, and we can go either the aft turbolift or the bow turbolift, which is awesome. I love it. But it gets cooler because the turbolifts are now hooked up to their own turbolift network as they would be in the real ship, and it means that you can pick up a turbolift from any kind of turbolift station, apart from that one I went to before, which didn't seem to work. But I'm going to have a test of this, if I can speak whilst I'm teleporting around, because there's another turbolift stop upon this deck, which is the computer core. So it is behind this here door back here. So in the previous release you wouldn't have been able to do this because you'd have to have picked up the turbolift that brought you to the deck. You'd have had to have gone back to the same location. And here's the core. Lovely. But now, look at that. We can just go to any old turbolift and jump on in there. Excellent stuff. Cool. So where shall we go? Shuttle Bay 2. Let's go there. So it gives you a nice sort of indication of kind of where you're going to end up. I'm not entirely sure where the Shuttle Bay is on that plan actually. It doesn't seem to, because that's the lower part of the saucer there. Yeah. Okay, here we are. Oh, hello. Am I on the right deck? This looks different. This is different from what it was last time. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm not sure. I can't quite remember. Okay, Okay, so it turns out the Shuttle Bay is on this deck. Here it is. It's I think the deck layout for this particular area has changed since the last release, which confused me, but never mind. I'm easily confused. So here we are, we've got the awesome Shuttlecraft. Brilliant model, I love it. And of course we can press buttons and open the Shuttle Bay door. And I think the mesh on the Shuttle Bay door is better as well. It was all flickery and crazy before, but it's nice and stable now. It's pretty. I like it. And there's the back of the Enterprise. I just love that so much. I love the fact that we can see out on the back of the ship. Cool. Okay. Let's take the shuttle for a spin, shall we? Beep. Around Deep Space Nine. Appreciate the model. Yeah, I love flying around outside. It's great. It's just one of the bestest things about this whole thing. So we've got some changes in here. There used to be some cameras in the center there, and they've gone. Everything else looks pretty similar. We've got that, which I had fun with before. I pressed it thinking it didn't do anything, and it in actual fact did. It works perfectly well. Okay, so let's have a go at this again. Yeehaw! So the controls are a little bit awkward, but that's okay. I kind of understand the way they've implemented it. It's, you know, authenticity, so you're tapping the panels like you would in real life. That's the thing. Oh, look at the size of this! It's absolutely huge! The scale of Deep Space Nine is incredible. It's massive. Look at that, there's little windows up there and everything. It's just amazing. That's pretty cool. Oh! I appear to have found the sunroof. Yes. Let's get back down into the shuttle, shall I? Oh, no, no. Okay, now I'm... Oh, it's gone wrong. I've just managed to completely leave the vicinity of the shuttlecraft. Still, it's given me an unparalleled view of Deep Space Nine and the Enterprise. The scale of these things is just awesome. It's so big. Deep Space Nine in particular is vast. Absolutely vast. Yeah, so I think I'm going to be trying out the emergency transport right about now. Jim to Enterprise, I appear to have fallen out of the shuttlecraft. Do me a solid and beam me aboard. Yeah, so there you go. We even got an effect, which is just awesome. And here I am, back in the back on board the ship. So it takes you to the nearest shuttlecraft bay, tube torpedo launcher. Turbo lift, that's the one. Ah, right, shuttle's not here anymore. Bugger. Okay. Right, did a little bit of a restart just to get my shuttlecraft back. I think I could probably get it back by just leaving the area and coming back, but I just restarted it because it seemed simpler at the time. So, I'm going to continue with my objective, which was to have a fly around Deep Space Nine. If I can get the hangs of these controls. I'm wondering if they can be improved slightly if instead of having to hover your hand over the general vicinity of the button to activate it, actually use the trigger to hold the input. So you could kind of put your finger on the button, as it were, and then just use the trigger to initiate that input, and then wouldn't matter where your hand went, so long as the trigger still held. You know, that input is still active. It might make controlling the shuttlecraft a little bit more simple, but I don't know. I don't know the interfaces involved here really. So I could just be talking from my bum hole. Deep Space Nine is colossal. It's absolutely huge. So I want to make a little bit of a attraction as well, because the last video that I made, I did mention a couple of times that the scale seemed a bit small, but I think in actual fact the scale is spot on. I think what... Hang on, I'm making a dog's dinner of this. I think what I was kind of reporting there was that because I grew up with these shows, Deep Space Nine as well, I kind of built a mental picture of what the Enterprise and what DS9 and all the other objects, the other ships and things like that in the show were actually scaled like. I'm going sideways now because I feel like it. Yeah, so I think in actual fact, seeing them in the virtual world, they are perfectly, perfectly correct. I feel my shuttlecraft has gotten away from me again. Oh, don't flipping. No! Oh no! It's sitting on the control console now. Oh, goodbye. Come back. Right, I seem to be wasting more shuttlecraft than Commander Riker. So I'm just going to stand on top and and carry on with what I was talking about. So yeah, basically, I think the scale is great. I think it's really, really good. In reflection, thinking about it, I've had a couple of weeks to think about this project, and as the more and more I've played it, I've realised that yeah, actually, it is correct, definitely correct, and the imagined version of it I built in my mind during the time that I was watching this show. It's probably exaggerated. And of course the show was so accurate in its depiction of these structures, it was very easy to imagine them in colossal proportions. And of course, any Trekkie worth their salt would have been digging through the piles of specifications and schematics and all of the other material that was provided, which gave us, all of the facts and figures about everything. It's a pity I can't get over to Ops. I would have liked to have looked through the window, as I know you can. I'm floating in space. I'm so alone. Enterprise, it's happened again. Please beam me aboard. There's another shuttlecraft gone. Never mind, it's good job the economics of the future don't revolve around the accumulation of personal wealth. Otherwise, I'd probably have to pay for that. Okay, now... Oh my god. These NPCs, they... Look at him! He's just lingering behind the force field, waiting for me to come out of the turbo lift. Turning him off. Okay, where to now? Right, so I don't suppose there's any point going back to the Shuttle Bay, because it's not going to be there, because I've left it somewhere else, but I do want to do one thing, which I think has always got to be done whenever you're in this project. Oh, the lights don't work, never mind. Let's go over here. Begin Operation Vac, you suck. Cool. Never gets boring, that doesn't. Oh, cool, look at it, it's all bouncing around off the nacelles. That's the captain's personal supply of Earl Grey tea gone. Okay. Where shall I go now? Can't go up there. I don't think we can go in there. Nope. Right, so, as I said at the beginning of the video... Hang on. Lights just came on. Okay, never mind. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not going to go around and explore every single part of the project, because I kind of did that in the last one. And I don't imagine much has changed. I don't want to be repeating myself, but let's go back to the bridge. So, we can do some more cool things on the bridge, I believe. I say back to the bridge. I haven't been there yet in this video. Of course, I have been there already myself. And the cool thing about this is the door's now open for you, which is pretty cool. Right, it looks a bit vacant here with no NPCs on there, so let's switch them back on. They are scary when they're in corridors, but I don't mind them on the bridge. Plus the fact I want to see if... Oh, he's not here anymore. The dancing bloke. So there's been a couple of new things that have been added to the bridge. So we've now got the ability to move the ship between two locations, one of which being Deep Space Nine, down there. And the other is, I think, it was described as a planet in our own solar system. and you do so by operating the helm control here, if I can get anywhere near it, without smashing something to bits in my room here. So we've got 3 speeds. Obviously if we weren't warp 9 we'd get there a lot quicker, so I'm going to go warp 1, which means the ship will be in transit for a longer period of time, and I can move around whilst we're... Oh Christ, this is scare me. It's the ones that stand still and don't move at all. They're most frightening. Okay, so yeah, look at this. This is pretty cool. In the observation lounge, and we're at warp. There's the warp effect, the sort of stardust being stretched, and it's also going in the right direction, the correct direction. Still a shame I can't see the nacelles out the back of there, but never mind. Hopefully that will come. We've got a phaser, if I can grab it. Does this do anything different? So it makes some nice sparks now as it interacts with different surfaces, which is pretty groovy. And over there, in the middle of the table, there's a pad, a large pad, which I'm not sure if I can get at. Hold on. I've got to be careful because I've got a Fantex PC case, the size of which are made of tempered glass, so I don't want to be accidentally sticking my hands through it. Tentatively grabbing. There you go, got it. Okay. So this, if I activate it, there you go. So there you go, there's your basic Detron emission subharmonic analysis. It all looks pretty good. Yep. Righty, where to next? Let's go back to the bridge and have a play. See what else we can play with. There's a tricorder, so I think these have been improved as well. Let's try and grab this one. I don't think I can, so there's one in the ready room. And we have some music. Ah, it's so nice. I can stand here next to the window, put my hand on the edge and contemplate. Nope. Contemplate Star Trek. It's a pity I can't see the rest of the source section out there. Again, I'd love to see that. What else have we got in here? There's a tricorder. Let's have a go at this. Okay. So this works a lot better now, and I can carry it around. Pretty cool. Oh, it's disappeared. And I'm left with a fist which I can't unclench. My fists. I cannot unclench it. Bang. I just have to punch stuff. This is my punching hand. Right. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to... I want to go somewhere where I can see out of the window, so I can see the warp travel effect somewhere else. So let's go to Picard's quarters, because that's got windows. Yeah, so the new turbo lift functionality is brilliant. It works really well. The fact that doors open when you arrive at your destination as well automatically is just another one of those lovely features that aid immersion. There you go. Ah, that's so cool. Let's go this way. I think it's over here. There it is. Picard's quarters. Of course, Picard's quarters are at the front of the ship, so we're getting the starfield running in the same direction. So cool. So if I was on the port side of the ship, I'd expect to see the starfield going right to left, and if I was on starboard, then left to right. I think that's right. Port's left, starboard's right. But I think that would be the case because these guys have got it nailed, I reckon. Oh, that's just a different turbo lift location. Yeah, somewhere on this deck. So let's go back. Let's find somewhere else. Let's go to main engineering. I want to see if the warp core is doing anything different. So we're only at low warp, so I don't know if they've got anything in there yet which makes it pulse faster at higher warp speeds. Although I found that this was fairly inconsistent on the show as well, so sometimes there'd be an impulse power and the warp drive would be going bonkers, and other times they'd be doing warp 9 and the warp drive would be sort of lazily pulsing away. I can't even see it on this schematic either. It's definitely the lower engineering hull. Okay, right. Where are we? There we are. So no, it's not doing anything particularly energetic. But yeah, this place still looks so cool. It looks a little bit lighter in here than I remember it. It was very dark last time. Hopefully they'll add more warp core up and down. Got the ATM machines there, and we can't go any further than that. It's so cool. It's all so good. Can't go in there just yet. Just turn the NPCs on a second. I want to see if these two have resolved their argument. It looks like they have. They've turned into some pretty docile individuals. Perhaps Dr. Crusher came down and injected them with something to calm them down. Ah, it's so good. It just feels great in here as well. It feels like it's a properly immersive experience, this is. Righty then, let's go somewhere else. I want to go somewhere where there's windows. I suppose I could just head to 10 forward, but kind of been there already, so let's go to deck 2, because there's a crew lounge on deck 2, isn't there? Which one? So we've got port quarters, starboard cargo elevator, port cargo elevator. So all these are different turbo lift locations that are on this this small little deck, and you can just go to any which one of them you want. So I'm just going to pick the top one, I think, or the second one, or yeah, let's have the second one. So this should take a little while to get there, because the turbo lift's now got to travel quite a long way from the sort of middle of the engineering hull all the way up to the top of the saucer section. So deck 2 is right at the top, just below the bridge. So there you go. That took a bit of time. So after this, I think I'll head from this deck to the bridge, and we'll see how long that takes. It should be a lot quicker. But now, let's find a crew lounge. There's one here somewhere. It's an escape pod. That's also an escape pod. That's a science lab. That is a crew lounge. There you go. Cool. Look at this. This is really nice. The oh, look at it. It's just so good. It's such a nice effect. You know what? If it didn't feel like I've got a big brick strapped to my head, this would be severely convincing. Graphically, it is severely convincing. The technology just needs to now include the full body experience. But look at that, it's really authentic looking as well. And the other thing as well is, now that we're travelling, the ship's in motion, I can hear it. There's a constant rumble, which is again just wonderful. So I believe we can just now head back to any turbo lift door, and there should be a turbo lift behind it. There's one! Aha! So let's go to the bridge again, just to see how long it takes. So we'll just go to the aft part. There you go. So there you go, we're there already. It's just so cool, it's super authentic. And we're still travelling. So if I'd hit warp 9, we would have been there long ago, but warp 1, it takes a while. The only thing I have noticed is you can't see the stars through the bridge, through the sunroof there. LCAR's displays looking great, but there is an option in your thing to animate them, which is not recommended in VR, so I'm going to do it. Oh, that's just even better. And you know what? I'm actually not noticing any performance difference. I would have expected it to slow down to a halt, but it's not. It's just completely no different whatsoever. But they're so much better as well. Well lit. Awesome. We're being followed by Romulans. Yeah, this is really cool. I think I'm just going to leave animated LCARs on, because I can't perceive any performance drop whatsoever. Oh, I just found something else out as well. I can manipulate the direction in which I teleport to by twisting my arm, rather than because I used to just move my thumb around on the trackpad, but I can actually just twist my arm, which is even more convenient because now I can do full 360. Okay, so let's go somewhere else. After much internal contemplation, I've decided to go to the battle bridge because it's pretty cool. So yeah, there it is on the map there, battle bridge, and that's the lower part of the saucer section. And we're here already. Ta-da! It's nice, isn't it? I like the battle bridge. It's got this very military look to it rather than the plush main bridge. Can't seem to manipulate anything on the helm there. Got this cool animated display over here which is showing progress, equating to speed. Yes, it's a lot lighter in here. I think I recall it was quite dark in the last one. Ooh, I'm going to have a look at that display over there. This one looks like it's moving as well. Oh, that's so cool. So now I've got to go back around the whole ship and inspect all of the animated displays. Aye. And of course this is a console where you'd initiate the saucer separation. I'm not going to do that right now. Ooh. Hey, we have arrived! We have finally arrived at our destination. So that's how long it took in Warp 1. And we are now orbiting Mars, I think. And that's a little space station-y thing over there. So that's pretty cool. So yes, we can still do this bit, which, as I said, I'm not gonna do right here. I think we're gonna go somewhere else. Let's back. Oh no, let's go back. Let's go back to the main bridge because I want to see if something works still. What am I talking about? Well, I'm going to try and blow that little space station up. Now, I've seen it done on the devlog, so I just want to do it myself because it's fun. So there it is, that little station and thing. So I think whether before we could, we had a little DS9 model out there. Fire! We could blow DS9 up. Now I think we can blow this up. Bye! Hee. Yes! I have destroyed you! That's what you get when you mess with the warrior. Anyway, where to now? Let's go backwards. Back in the menu, rather. Let's see, where should I go? I know, let's go back to the Shuttle Bay. Let's go into some more shuttle-based jollies, shuttle-based japery. Flulas. Flagon. Apologies, my vocabulary appears to have deserted me. Yes, because we're now in a different location, we are not at Deep Space Nine anymore, we are now somewhere else. I want to go and fly the shuttle again. Let's see how successful it is this time. So open the door. Get a communication now saying you are not allowed to take a shuttlecraft because you've already lost 2. You're not allowed another one. Well, sorry, but I'm going to take it anyway. My god, I almost fell out of it just then. Beep, beep, beep. Go. Quick before... Oh, okay, so I left the door open that time and it closed itself. Cool. Right, let's fly away. Fly me to the moon. Or something. Is it the moon or is it stars? I actually don't know. And there's the remains of the space station. You see, I had to destroy it because it was full of scoundrels and toxic waste. So, the Enterprise. Look at this thing. It's just so pretty. Now, oh no, it's happening already. I'm wondering if it's if there's some kind of collision mesh around the larger ships, which is pushing me out of the shuttle. Maybe, I don't know. Or so I certainly didn't have these troubles in the last release. So I want to kind of back it up and get a good view. Get a good view of the outside of the ship because it certainly is an impressive thing to behold. And there you go. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stand on top of the shuttle, seeing as I don't appear to have a choice. This is going to happen anyway. Wow, look at that. Oh, they're going to kill me over there because I've lost another shuttlecraft. I can't press my communicator and say beam me back aboard, can I now? No, not after. They're going to be like, no chance. Sorry, you're going to have to bring that one back because we're running out, basically. I wonder if I can get back into it. Shall we try? Let's have a go. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's all going so wrong. Ah, look at this, I can teleport my way down. So if I can only get to the control, there you go, I can open the door. Get back in. Lovely. Right, so, oh no. No, I'm back in. Okay, right, so before something drastically bad happens, what I wanted to do is separate the saucer and have a look at it from out here. So let's initiate this saucer separation sequence. Oh, I've just been chucked back out the shuttlecraft. So there it goes, it's starting. Yes, it seems that when I move near the front of the shuttle I get spat out. Never mind. Let's rather than float in space, actually, let's just teleport back down to the craft. Or stand on top of it as it sinks slowly into the void. Yeah, so this is a really cool aspect to this project, I think, the ability to separate the ship. Although you can still move around. Like if I got back on board now, I'd still be able to carry on to the bridge and the things that aren't connected anymore. But I love the detail on the model. It's fantastic. You can see all the docking latches. You can see the recess where the battle bridge sits. That's so cool. It's really cool. Ooh, it's accelerating. It's going further this time. A lot further. Yeah, wait a minute. My quarters are on that part. All my stuff's there. Aww. I'm going to have to sleep in the corridor. Like some kind of hobo. I think that would have looked really cool if I'd done it from inside, because you would have seen the ship, the source section arc upwards and disappear out of view. That would have been pretty cool, but I decided to do it in this ad hoc, awkward manner instead. Right, I refuse to lose this shuttle, so I'm going to try to get back in it and get it back to the ship somehow. Yes, so it comes in handy, the ability to breathe in space. It's like that scene from Spaceballs where Barf climbs up the ladder. It's just no concept of vacuum whatsoever. So being able to get in the shuttle again from the back door is pretty handy when you get expelled from it anyway. So I'm going to try and get this back in the hole. Oh, hang on, I've crashed into the nacelle. Ooh, that's not good. I have a cause and effect scenario going on. Not doing so well here. Okay, ooh, that's a nice shot. You can see the side of the neck of the ship in quite good detail. Yes. I'm still marvelling at the amount of detail that there is on the exterior model. It's fantastic. You can see the definition in the sort of hull plating as well. Yeah, and I can ascend using the center control here, which is also very handy. Just going to try and line myself up best I can with the Shuttle Bay. Although I'm becoming acutely aware that I'm starting to get tangled up in wiring here. Get off! Sorry, it's just all over the place. Okay, let's try and move. Let's try and move in a direction that's consistent with where I want to go, really. Right, nearly there. It's taken me a bit of doing, but there you go. That'll do. I'm just going to Yeah, I'm just going to leave it here. So at least I managed to get one shuttle back to the ship and not abandon it to the wastes of space. Right, I should probably think about wrapping this up, I suppose, but I just don't want to because I'm having too much fun. Let's go somewhere else first, like the brig. Ah, you're still in there. Wow, he's been in there for ages. So I think I'll have a quick nip around the ship, and I just want to have a look at the animated LCAS displays in various other areas of the ship. Right, Sickbay's got some cool screens in it, so let's go and have a look, see what we can see. This chap looks like he's walking with intent and purpose. Nope, he's forgotten something. He's coming down here thinking, should I turn around now and look like an idiot, or should I just carry on and hope nobody notices? Okay, Sickbay in here. Cool, and yep, there you go already. This screen is interesting, isn't it? DNA, micro DNA analysis screen. Yes, the red one's always the problems. Got some poor chap over here still suffering, writhing around in immense pain while his carer appears to be texting on her invisible phone. Please help me, I'm in so much pain. Can't help you right now, sir. I'm on Facebook. I'm updating my profile, you know. Help me, please, someone help me. His cries fall on deaf ears. Ah, look at this. This is pretty cool. A little phaser. I think it's a phaser. Is it a phaser? Oh, yeah, it's a phaser. I just shot myself in the gut with it because I'm holding it the wrong way around. So that's awesome, isn't it? There's another phaser model in the game, which I didn't know about. Pew. I shall shoot you. And you. And that guy, even though he's already dead. Nice. So, some interesting stuff going on in Sickbay. Hang on, let's go and help this poor chap. I'm here to help. There you go. I've helped. What else? What else is in here? Is there any, is that big array of things on the ceiling? We've got a tricorder. Let's go and have a go at the tricorder. Let's go and scan someone. Scan this chap. Yes, you're suffering from evil villain syndrome. Symptoms: evil moustache. Or goatee chin hair, whatever that is. Right, I decided to go back to the bridge because I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. It's been going on for quite a while now. I didn't actually realise that, because I've got no concept of time here whatsoever, but I'm aware that I've been talking for quite a while now. So before I bore anybody too much, I'm going to go and wrap it up. So these LCARs, these animated displays are great. I love them. If you haven't checked this project out, let's just switch the red alert off. Yeah, if you haven't checked this project out yet, then do so. I'll put the links to the Stage 9 channel and the Stage 9 website in the description of this video. I'm going to go back to DS9 at Warp 9, I think. Yeah. Super speed. Now! Yeah, so I fully urge you to check this project out if you haven't done so already, and if you're a Trek nut, then it's going to be right up your street. It's just a brilliant project. I can't even begin to describe it using any adjective that I haven't already blurted out in this video prior to this moment, but certainly do check it out. Thanks very much for watching me ramble on about it. I'll do some more videos as subsequent VR releases come out, but until then, see you later. Kirk out.